Okay. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the late start. This is Dr. Holly Hamilton here at the Turks and Caicos Islands Airports Authority, Turks and Caicos Islands National Weather Service. With you here again with the tropical weather briefing for the week this Friday, October 25th. And also, in honor of breast cancer awareness, I'm wearing the breast cancer pink as we close out here in October. And we encourage all to go and get your mammograms. It's important to get checked. And we also pay respect to those that we've lost in the fight of cancer. So looking at surface analysis first, we have this cold front boundary that turns into a stationary front here as it's just east of the Turks and Caicos Islands. We have a tropical wave just coming off the coast of Africa. We have another tropical wave here just east of the Eastern Caribbean Islands, and another one here in the Central Caribbean. And then we have our subtropical high right over here on the northeastern side of the Atlantic Ocean, and a low pressure system moving off of the eastern US coast and going out into the Atlantic, which this frontal boundary is extending from. So taking a look at our satellite imagery across the area here. So we see some disorganized showers and activity. Mostly that's along what we call the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or ITCZ. And then we had that tropical wave here over the Eastern Caribbean, but there's no significant convection associated with that. And the same likewise with that wave in the Central Caribbean. We see some showers and thunderstorm activity associated with that frontal boundary that's extending from that low pressure and down here just east of the Turks and Caicos Islands. So here in Provo, skies are pretty clear, but over Grand Turk and South Caicos and Salt Key, they're probably seeing a little bit more cloudiness. Maybe they had some spotty showers today, and that's expected in the forecast later on today and tonight as well. But for the most part, pleasant weather conditions today. So, for a long time, we haven't seen this graphic, but in terms of the tropical weather outlook, there is now activity expected in the next 7 days. But I have been seeing some chatter about possibility of something spawning in this area here in the Yucatan Peninsula. Um, let's be wary of that. I mean, obviously, we're always monitoring the situation and the development of or potential development of systems, but we have to be careful when one model is spinning up something. We can't go ahead and make certain inferences or decisions based on that. So right now, there isn't anything on the radar, but yes, there has been a particular model sort of suggesting something spinning up in this area, but it's too early to say anything definitive on that as yet. But as always, we're monitoring what's transpiring in the region, and in due course, if anything comes up, certainly you would be alerted. So just moving into then what the winds and the waves will look like for the next 5 days. So starting on Saturday morning. So with that frontal boundary moving further east and out of the area, we will have a high pressure building going into the weekend. So you can expect pleasant weather conditions. There's some lingering moisture in the area, so there'll still be some chance of spotty showers here and there over the weekend. We see those tropical waves advancing. And in terms of seas will be 4 to 6 feet, with the winds being moderate, say around 15 or 10 to 20 knots. We'll have a small craft caution activated, especially also with the northeasterly swells. So just be careful or caution for beachgoers when they're entering Atlantic waters, and also for small craft operators along the Atlantic exposures due to swells and the winds and waves. So going into Sunday, We see the high pressure continuing to build in that area, the tropical waves moving to the west. Seas still at 4 to 6 feet. We keep that small craft caution in place. Monday, uh, winds and waves pretty much the same. And then Tuesday, as that frontal boundary saw exit the area, another cold front was moving down from the U.S. and we start seeing increased winds, and waves associated with that. So winds will start picking up um, by Tuesday. Seas, we're looking to move up to 5 to 7 feet Tuesday morning. By the evening, I think around 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. So we'll start out Tuesday with a small craft caution and more than likely elevate that to a small craft advisory. And then Wednesday, we see this swath of fresh to strong winds, somewhere on the order of 15 to 20 knots, maybe even close to 25 knots in our area. And waves now increasing up to 7 to 10 feet in northeasterly swells. And in that situation, we'll definitely have a small craft advisory in place. So waters would be for the most part okay weekend, but as we move into mid next week, we'll start seeing increasing in winds and waves associated with that cold front moving through, increase in pressure gradient, just picking up the winds and waves, and so we'll have to be careful out there. So with that, that's the tropical weather briefing for this week. The next briefing will be on November 1st. And as always, stay tuned to our WhatsApp channel and our various social media platforms for the local weather information. We push out a 3-day public weather forecast three, sorry, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So with that, I wish you a pleasant weekend and you take care.